In this video, we're going to learn about matrix multiplication. When you multiply two matrices, you get a matrix. To find an element in the product matrix, multiply the elements of a row in the first matrix by the elements of a column in the second matrix. Then add the products. So let's walk through an example, because matrix multiplication is just slightly more difficult than scalar multiplication. So if we're going to multiply matrix A times matrix B, let's go ahead and rewrite our matrices so that we can multiply them. The very first thing I do is I pull out a column to help me multiply a little bit easier. I'll pull out column 1. And I'll lay it across the top of matrix A. And that will help me decide what I'm going to put in my answer matrix. What I do next is I take all the elements of matrix B's column that I laid on top, and I'm going to multiply the very first row by it. So I have 2 times -1. And I'm going to add to it 0 times 1. And I'm going to put it in the very first location because this is row 1, column 1. Then I'm going to take column 1 from matrix 2 and I'm going to multiply it by row 2 from matrix A. So I will get -3 times -1. And I'm going to add to it 0 times 0. And since this was row 2, column 1, I put my answer in row 2, column 1. Then what I do is when I exhaust all of my columns, or all of my rows in matrix A, then I go back and now I start with column 2. I pull column 2 out and I lay it across so that we can do multiplication easier. So I multiply column 2 by row 1 of matrix A and I get 3 times 2 plus 4 times 1. And then I do the same thing. I multiply column 2 from matrix B with column or row 2 from matrix A, and I get -3 times 3, and I'm going to add to it 4 times 0. And all I need to do now is simplify. So when we add these two, I get a -2 plus 0. Here I get a +3 plus 0. I get a 6 plus 4, a -9 plus 0. And I'll continue to simplify until I can't do anything else. So I get a -2, 3, 10, -9. And that's how you do matrix multiplication. Now I want you to do the same process, and I want you to find the product of matrix B times the product of matrix A. And what you should conclude is that matrix multiplication is not commutative. Unlike with numbers, 2 times 3 equals 3 times 2, you should find out that matrix A times matrix B is not equal to matrix B times matrix A. So go ahead and multiply these two matrices using the same process that we used up here.